Greetings, 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 everyone. It is Transformational Tuesday. Okay, look, you saw me sit up in my chair because tonight in Midwest, East Coast time, 9 p.m. I know some of you watching other parts of the world, so I always have to state that tonight. I am so excited because I'm going to talk in detail tonight about a service package that I'm launching that I know if you are one of those persons that constantly getting passed over, you're tired of it, you're frustrated, and even a piece of you wants to give up, this is the service package for you. And I have an open enrollment right now that's going to close on Sunday. So listen in because I'm going to talk about details. The name of it is Lean In and Get Somewhere. So lean in and get somewhere. You're probably thinking, oh, that's Sheryl Sandberg, lean in. No, it's nothing like that. I created this because I found that I know for me in my career, those checklist type of coaching programs or go read a book and we'll step through a few chapters uh, didn't do it for me. You know, it really wasn't teaching me the real deal, the secret sauce, giving me tangible methodologies that I could go and implement and see a measurable difference. And I've had those other types of coaching programs, career advisors. I've had those. And, you know, no disrespect, but it just didn't work for me. And 9 times out of 10, they don't work for most people. Those cookie cutter type programs just are not going to make the difference, which is why I created Lean In and Get Somewhere. So, who is this program for? And I'm going to tell you because I've got some notes here because I've done definitely a whole lot of work around this. I'm so excited. Who is it for? If you're the professional and you have been passed over again and again and again, and you have no idea why, you have no idea why, because you've done what you believe you've needed to do in producing good work product, but they keep passing you. Your shoulder never gets tapped. Your name never gets called. This is for you. If you're ready to stop going in circles, okay, you've been to HR. You've gotten those additional certifications. You're talk to your friends who seem to be doing well, or you write that email. I deserve this, and here's why. And delete or no reply. Or you believe, and you heard me talk about this just recently, that changing companies is the answer. This program is definitely for you. If you are that professional that wants to be seen as the leader that you know you are, Lean In and Get Somewhere is for you. Now, who is this not for? I want to be very clear who this is not for. It's not for anyone that just wants to beef up their resume. It's not the program for you. If you want to learn how to dress for an interview, not the program for you. And let me be perfectly clear. If you're not willing to commit to the time investment, because this is a 6-month program where we meet twice a month. So there's 12 sessions. And I'm going to tell you a bit about what's in each one of those sessions. If you're not willing to commit the time, this also isn't for you. And most importantly, and you guys know how serious I am about this, if you're not willing to own your own stuff, let me say that again. If you're not willing to look in the mirror and own your own stuff and fix it, Lean In and Get Somewhere, this program that I'm talking about now, is not going to work for you. You got to be willing to own your stuff. You got to be willing to take your career into your own hands and not pointing fingers everywhere else. If that's the case, this is definitely for you. It's definitely for you. So let me tell you a little bit about what happens when you join. So the program is in my Extra Effort Academy, and you're going to get wonderful welcome email. You'll get your login and everything. But most importantly, there are going to be 7 modules. Those 7 modules, we are going to work on establishing your executive presence, strengthening your emotional intelligence. You're going to have assessments. You're going to have homework. We're going to develop action plans that I'm going to help you each and every step of the way implement those action plans. And we're going to have measurable checkpoints along the way over this 6-month period. This is an intensive time that we work together in shifting your career trajectory. Most importantly, positioning you so your shoulder gets tapped, so you're no longer getting passed over. That's what's going to happen in this 6 months that we work together. It's extremely intensive. I'm not going to kid you. It's very intensive, but it has to be, because that's the only way that you can make measurable change. Like I shared with you a little while ago, I'm not about the cookie cutter checklist type of approach when I work with clients. It's intensive. It's structured, uniquely structured to fit your situation. So it's not something that everybody gets and it all looks the same. It's not a book that you can pick off the shelf, as I mentioned before. So extremely detailed, feedback modules, assessments where you have data. I'm all about data, because what you can measure, you can affect change in. You'll get all of that. And most importantly, the action plans, the methodologies that I help you implement, sharpen, shape, and see some change with. At the end of the 6 months, no doubt. And I've had other clients that have successfully done this, and I know you can as well with Lean In and Get Somewhere. So that's what it looks like. You've heard me talk about the 7 modules. You've also heard me, if you've followed a few of my other lives, I talk about my accelerate, maximize, achieve methodology. And that's what we really dig into. And you've also heard me talk about peeling back that onion. So we peel back, connect, and grow. That's the intensive work, but that's what's necessary. This corporate journey is not for the faint of heart. But it's definitely worth it. And that seat at the table is attainable. I've done it and I've helped multiple other people do it. And I definitely can help you. So I mentioned to you that the timeline is, I've got open enrollment right now. I put the link out there. I got a question from Wendy. Could you elaborate on time investment per month? Great question, Wendy. So it is the first session, as soon as you enroll, is a 2-hour session. And then after that, we meet twice a month for 6 months. Each of those meetings, mostly virtual, unless you're in the Michigan area where I live, they're 1 hour. That's our sessions that we work together. Now, Wendy, and those of you that are listening, remember I said, you're going to have work you got to do. The work you put in, I can't measure time on that. If I'm having you, if we do a 360 and we get some feedback and we have some actions coming out of that 360 between our session, the 2nd week of September and the 4th week of September, you're going to be at work implementing those methodologies to address some of the gaps of the 360. But for the committed, definite, defined time that I can measure, it's 2 hours a month that you're meeting with me. You got to go do the work. And then I am obviously open for emails. You can text me if you run into any kind of roadblocks. But this is a 6-month engagement. 6 months. 2 hours a month with me, folding in on top of that, the assignments, the homework assignments that you'll have to do between each session. And some of them, because they're so in depth, may carry over to the next module, and that's okay. I mean, we're not rushing through this thing because we want to make sure that there are connections that are made. We want to make sure improvements are noted. We want to make sure we're moving the needle. So Wendy, that was an excellent, excellent question. But it's worth it. Whatever the time investment is, you're worth it. you're worth putting in the time during this 6-month period of implementing this methodology so you can see a shift in your career and get your shoulder tapped. But I'm glad you asked that question, Wendy, in the comments. So for next steps, the enrollment is going to close on Sunday. I put a link if you're following me here on Facebook, if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link. You can always go to my website, send me an email. I can give you the specific link that you need to schedule an appointment, a call with me, so we can step through the questionnaire and get you enrolled and answer any additional questions like Wendy just had, answer any additional questions you may have before you get this kicked off. Okay, so Sunday, drop dead, closing the enrollment. And I am actually, if I get 5 people, and I'm already getting close, but if I get 5 people by Sunday, I'm going to close it as well. So if it happens before Sunday, you'll see something posted out in social media. But for right now, let's just all understand that it closes on Sunday. I'm so excited. Like I said, I created Lean In and Get Somewhere because I knew what I needed to get to the seat at the table that I have today, and it didn't exist. It didn't exist anywhere. No one was telling me the secret sauce. No one was helping me understand how I show up personally is how I show up professionally and how to leverage both of these. No one was teaching me how to do that. That's what Lean In and Get Somewhere teaches you. That's what Lean In and Get Somewhere does for you. So click that link. I'd love to have a call with you and get started. Any other questions you have, don't hesitate. Hit me up at a DM on Facebook. And I look to see you enrolled after Sunday. Take care.